Jabberscotch! What's up, YouTube? Thetajem here with another Packanack knife walkthrough. This time, we're looking at Map B. I've gone over enough stuff concerning how these maps work in other videos, so if you haven't watched my other two for the Packanack Knife Challenge, or Part A, it might be good for some of you to watch those first. But probably not for you. You're a goddamn genius, and that's why you're here. This is an enhanced version of the map that I got from Geekboxing. As with the last two videos where I used this resource, a link to the website I found these is in the description below, and my thanks goes out to Geekboxing for putting them together. Map B is the easiest of all four configurations on Packanack Large for knife collection. Not only does it contain 2 fewer knives than the other variants, but there are 3 pairs of cabins with the same names, so this is a good map to play to start associating named cabins with knife locations. You can identify Map B easily enough. The phone is sandwiched between the power box in Woodbury and the one in Flat Rock. The last power box is at the main cabin. It's good to know where all of these things spawn for those games when you're a counselor. You can easily identify the map and accomplish objectives quicker by knowing your location and the location of any of these objective items. As with Map A, I'll start in the same place and work my way around the camp. The name of the first cabin is Stately Prince Manor. This is the first of 2 cabins with this name. Here, you'll find a knife on the left face of one side and on the bathroom portion on the opposite side. This is common knife placement for these larger cabins. Most of the large cabins have 2 knives. The only time I've seen one missing is because at Packanack Large there are usually 21 knife locations with only 20 of them actually spawning knives. On Map B, however, we don't need to concern ourselves with that. There's only 18 to collect, and they're always in the same 18 spots. This is where it would be super cool if I had my morph again, but I don't. And it's a long trek to the next knife. But we've got each other. We'll get through this. We're heading to the green shack at the top of Packanack Hill, because the first cabin on the right side of the road has the knife we're after. It's on the back, seen here. Next door is Stately Prince Manor, and that name should sound familiar. We just came from there. So yeah, there's a knife on the bathroom and one on the opposite side. Now take note of the locations here. They are in the exact same places as they were on the last cabin we visited. Learn the cabin names. It's very effective in helping you to remember where the knives are. Not just on these cabins, but the ones surrounding it. Association. It's cool. Next, I cross the street to the first of 2 Zane's Schiff houses. Each one has a knife on the front right corner of the cabin. Zane's Schiff House. Commit this name to memory. Make something up to help you to remember not to waste your time looking around inside for a knife should you chase a counselor in there. Zane's ain't got Schiff inside the house. 'Kay? I do, in fact, realize just how incredibly stupid it is that I just said that. But if a dad joke is all it takes for you to remember something so that you don't waste your time, I'm happy to be the one to make your life easier as Jason. That is, after all, what this video is attempting to accomplish. Okay, enough of that. It's time for Woodbury. Unlike when I did Map A, I morphed to the correct spot this time, yay for me. I like to start at this house because the car is there, and it's a common spot to morph to. It's called Solid Weld Lodge, and Solid Weld always has a knife on the bathroom and one just inside the front door. Unfortunately for the impatient among us, I don't have a shift or a morph available to get to the second cabin here in Woodbury. And unlike when I did Map A, the second cabin is a destination spot for us. It has a knife, and it's inside, right behind this half wall. Okay, we're almost done at Woodbury. There's just one more house to go. And fortunately for all of us, I have a shift available, so we'll get there before too long. This house is called Pfeiffer Flat, and it has 2 knives to grab, the first of which is on the front of the house on the left corner, and if you open the door, you'll find another knife on the wall, just behind the chair. From here, I morph to the lone house on the windy road. That sounds like a country song, but I don't think it is. If my videos don't teach you jack shit about F-13, they can at least name your shitty country band songs. This cabin doesn't have a name, but it does have 2 knives. The first is on the right side of the front of the house, and the second one is inside the front door. Now, this house is really special. I want you to take special note of it. Not only does this house contain the phone, but you get way more points if you circle the fucking thing before you open the front door. So make sure you do that. Okay, for those of you who aren't very well versed in sarcasm, you don't get any more points or CP or anything like that for circling this cabin. I just got a little bit lost, and that's okay. You might get lost too. There's a lot to remember here. But a tip for all of you future YouTubers out there, if you're going to make a walkthrough, make sure you know where the fuck you're going. And we are going to Flat Rock, just as soon as I grab this knife. On to Flat Rock. Keeping with our theme here of taking the longest amount of time possible before going in the front door, I'm going to do a quick little zigzag action here to confuse the squirrels in the area. My guess is that I thought I saw a counselor or something and was trying to make sure I wouldn't get hit with a bat. This is the easternmost cabin here at Flat Rock, and it doesn't have a name, but it does have 2 knives, one inside the front door and the other on the bathroom. That's 16 knives and there's only 2 left. Remember at the beginning of the video when I said there were 3 pairs of cabins with the same name? Well, the last 2 cabins are called the Birdcage. I don't venture to the front of the cabin so you can read the nameplate, but that's okay. You can trust me. These last 2 knives are on the rear faces of each cabin on its right side. That's 18 knives, and it took just over 7 minutes. I know that some of these videos are getting a tad bit repetitive with the, hey, guess what, there's one as soon as you open the front door and another one on the bathroom. But at the very least, it's my hope that this video has taught you the value of learning the names of the cabins. Any small takeaway you can get to help you to accomplish something quicker means you'll be at your next objective quicker, and it only takes a second to stop the Tommy Jarvis call. I hear that bastard keeps sticking an axe in your head. Good luck out there. Cheers, and happy Friday.